Hey guys, it's about beer 30. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Today's beer comes from Foothills Brewing. They're out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And I had not heard of this series until I went on my trip to Florida. I get some Foothills beers, their usual stuff, the People's Porter, and some of their run-of-the-mill stuff, which are not bad beers. They're not outstanding beers in my opinion, but they're not bad beers. I went on the trip and I stopped at Total Wine down in North Carolina, and they had two different versions of this. They had March and April. Well, it was right at the end of April, so May's or whatnot. Maybe this is April. Yeah, it's March and April. So I don't think May was out at the time that I went through there. And what they've been doing, from what I've read over about the last year or so, they put out a different IPA every month. Well, I wasn't aware they were doing that. These beers are not available here in Virginia. Not seen any of them. And I think they name them after a dog, and they use different hops. I don't know if they use the same recipe with just different hops. I do that quite a bit in my home brewing. Once I find a recipe that I like, I'll just change it up a bit by using different hops during the brewing process, and maybe even throw in some different hops for dry hopping. So that way you have basically a great recipe, but you change it up by using different hops in the recipe. So, well, let's get on with this one. This is their March, which is called Murphy. And Murphy, in a commercial, let me read the commercial description. This is a 7%er according to what Rate Beer here has on it. Let's see what the bottle says here. IPA of the month of March 2015, Murphy. 7% is what it's got on here. The IBUs are 75. So, don't know if they're dating their stuff. This is right out of the fridge, and it's got a lot of condensation. We'll take a closer look. I'm not exactly sure, other than having the March 2015. I don't know if it actually has a bottled on date on it or not, but March 2015 is probably close enough now. Whether they brewed it in March or they brewed it for March, I'm not exactly sure of, guys. Like I said, this is the first time I've seen this beer from Foothills, so we'll see what it brings. I picked up March and April, probably try to do these back to back. We'll do this one a day and try to do the April tomorrow to see how close they are and see what hops, because I don't think it has it in the description here. Commercial description says, March fitting that a breed from Boston named for an iconic Irish rock band is our March IPA dog. Murphy is a Boston Terrier mix whose owners are musicians. This beer is a melodic mix of hops, starting with German traditional and finished with a big citrusy kick from Citra and Lemon Drop. Fine job, Murphy. Hashtag Barley's Buddies. I'm a big fan of Citra hops. The German traditional hops, a lot of those hops, Tetanang and Kent Goldings and some of those other ones, Sauvin hops, are a little on the earthy, herbal, floral side instead of the big up-in-your-face, piney, grapefruity, pineapple-y taste that the West Coast style is known for. IBUs, I told you, was 75 on this. Don't think there's anything else there, so let's go over to the food pairing. This is going to be your typical IPA food pairing. Cuisine is curried in Thai cheeses are pepper jack, Monterey, sharp blue, cheddar, your more pungent cheeses. And the meat for this is poultry, fish, shellfish, salmon, and grilled meat. Glass bars, pint, becker, nonic, tumbler, mug, side, Sidell. I'm going to use a double glass for this one today, guys. And it says not recommended for extended cellaring, and I agree with that. So If you can get your hands on it, drink it, drink it, drink it, getting hot. That's what a friend of mine always says. It says 10 years of great beer on the cap. Nice cap. Might have to save that one. Big hiss on this. Big, big. Now this is a bomber. It's a 22 ouncer, so enough to share, which I intend to do. But we're not going to pour a great big amount in here. Just enough to review it. And alright guys, on that pour, wow, it looks kind of cloudy. A lot of bubbles in there. I can see the bulk to it, but it's got a serious chill haze on it. Very serious. And it's a little on the darker side, almost to the amber color. Almost to the copper color there. A lot of bubbles streaming up. Nice head, about a finger or so of head on that pour. Let's get a nose on it and see if there's any hops left in it from March. Very citrusy, but I am getting a little bit of the maltiness, so it's getting at the end of its shelf life, being here in May. And this is a March beer. Nice herbal, floral, hop presence. A little citrusiness in there, orange, tangerines. But not that big up in your face West Coast style on this one, guys. Well, let's give it a taste and see if what we got here. I mean, this is almost looks like an unfiltered beer. It is very cloudy. There we go. Cheers. That's okay. That's pretty good. Like I said, I think it's at the end of its shelf life though. I seen them and I had to pick them up. I mean, I've not had them before. So, and I was hoping maybe I would review some of these while I was on my trip, but I was having too much fun. I didn't get a chance to do any reviews on the trip. Very nice. Nice balanced IPA. Just the right amount of malt and the right amount of hops to go with this one. The hops are not overpowering the malt, and the malt's not overpowering the hops. Very nice balanced IPA for 7%. Not getting any of that alcohol. Very well made. Like I said, when I seen that they were doing different IPAs of the month, I'm going, well damn, we don't get these up here, and which is strange because it's closer, I'm closer to Foothills than they are in Greensboro where I picked these up, so what the hell is going on with that? They got to drive right past here to get to where they're going in Greensboro. What is up with that? I mean, the beer distribution is really screwed up sometimes. It really is. It really, really is. When I was in Panama City, I couldn't get Jai Alai there, and it's made over in Tampa, a couple hours away. But they had Sweetwater from Atlanta. They had Bell's Two Hearted Ale from Michigan. I'm going, why is there not Jai Alai or Cigar City beers over here, and beers from California and Michigan were all on the shelf there? I'm going, that's really strange. So, a lot of times the beer distribution leaves a lot to be desired, guys. It really does. Not just in Virginia, but a lot of states. Seems to be right tasty. Well, it's right out of the fridge, 40 degrees. Let's let it warm up and pour her a glass and sip on this for just a little bit, and we'll come back and see where this one ends up. Don't know if it's going to get the A, but it's definitely above average beer, it seems to me. So let's see where it ends up. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little left here. It's a decent beer. It's above average beer, but it's not outstanding. It may have been a tad better in March than it is here in May, but I don't know what the shelf life is. Like I said, they just put it out in March, and it was bottled in end of February for March release. It's okay. A good transitional beer to an IPA is for it. That's the way I would look at it. If you're a seasoned IPA drinker, This is not going to blow your hair back or your socks off or anything by any means, guys. Final shot. A nice B beer, and that's what I'm going to give it. It's a 6. Above average. A nice balance between the malt and the hops. Almost to a pale ale category by this time, instead of a big bold IPA. Definitely not a West Coast style by any means. So 6 for me on this one, guys. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 86 in the very good range. It's a good beer. I don't know if I'd say it's very good, but it is a good beer. It's better than average. It's definitely a B beer. That's the way I look at it. It's a nice B beer. A good transitional beer. If you're trying to get in from the pale ales to something with just a tad more bitterness, like I said, the IBUs on this one were 75, and it's fairly well balanced for that big of a IBU. So I'm kind of thinking it's faded just a little bit. So I don't know exactly when it was put in the bottle. So let's see if we can see some kind of dating on it. I noticed the other bottle had a little bit of yellow writing, but it was all smudged off. I don't see anything on it, guys. I really don't. Here we go. We got something at the top of it. Let's see if I can figure out what the hell it's supposed to say. And it is a smeared up, jumbled mess, guys. I can't read anything that's written on there. So I think a lot of times they like to have it all jumbled up like that so nobody can decipher what the hell it's supposed to say. But anyway, it was okay. It was nothing to write home about, guys. 6 from me, 86 from Beer Advocate, 71 overall from Rate Beer, and 44 in the style. Not impressive numbers from those guys over there. 86. I would probably put it in that same range, somewhere between an 84, 85, maybe even an 86 on a good day. Wasn't overly impressed with it, so hopefully April's edition will be just a little bit fresher and a little bit tastier, and we'll see what hops they use on that one. So that's what I got to say about this one. This is the March 2015, which is the Murphy from Foothills. If you've had it, let me know what you think, and come on back tomorrow. Let's see what April's beer from Foothills brings. We're going to get that one out and review it tomorrow. See everybody then.